GM, we're live. We're late. I apologize. I had something I had to wrap up right before it ran into overtime. But of course, it is everyone's favorite day. It is Top Click Tuesday. Good morning. Good morning. And we're in a BBM already. We are in a BBM. I thought I was going to go live right on time, join the BBM. And it's just in time for y'all to see Jamar Chase. He was, I promise he was the top click. We took him at the 3. So good morning, everyone. Good morning, Mr. Binninger, GM, Keenan Allen signing day, best ball on call. If I had a modicum of production value, I would have changed the thumbnail to Keenan Allen. Of course, that's the biggest news of the day, possibly the last week, maybe. Although, I don't know, there's been a lot. The Jordan Tyson injury, arguably more relevant for fantasy. We have a player we were taking every single time who is now going to miss 2 months. Not good. We have Kyle Monungai is going to miss about a month. Also not great. So a lot of fantasy relevant stuff happening. But of course, Keenan Allen, the biggest news because Nez just, the king. There's a reason that he has the crown. So huge day for Keenan Allen. Huge day for our guy, Nez. Goazy Cards, GM to the Keenan Allen Truthers. Exactly. Mr. Burkle, you too. Happy Keenan Allen Day to all who celebrate. 87% Keenan Allen. He knew the deadline, Brian. There's a reason you're one of the sharps. Brian, appreciate you. Yeah, what content? I think it's overall. I think, Brian, you have like 50-something contests, if I remember right. First bout Hall of Famer, says Sweetleaf. Continuing from yesterday. Good morning, Sweetleaf. We need a Brian the Goober stream. I don't think there was last night, unless my notifications failed me. Yeah, Chris, I know. And unlike Pat, I mean, you're not even getting good hair out of the deal. Like, at least if Pat's late, he's well coiffed, looks put together. No, you just get me. Bayou Bengal, GM. Hope you're having a good one. Yeah, 87% across all formats, 54% best ball mania from Brian. Huge hit for Brian. Maryland GM. Yeah, I know. I'm late. No excuses. Play like a champion. It is Top Click Tuesday, though, so at least while I'm catching my breath, I can turn the thinking over to the machine. Looks like we're going to get one of Neighbors or London. I can turn off the sound notification for you people. All right, London, welcome to the team. We can go over the Keenan Allen exposures. I think I'm below 8%, but probably above the overall ownership in this contest because he wasn't taken every draft, especially kind of early on. So at least that's the cope I'm telling myself. GM to you, Gunnar Ross. GM. Hope your day is going well. Yeah, appreciate you, Bayou Bengal. Brian says no stream because Gumby had to work late, but we'll make up for it most likely tomorrow. Something to look forward to on your Wednesday night. Yeah, 17% would be pretty nice, Chris. Yeah, K-Space. Yeah, I appreciate you, K-Space. You're absolutely right. Smash the like. Oh, no, I don't want Jeremiah Love. Oh, my gosh, we get bailed out by someone taking a Buka at 26. Please don't re-roll. The love high ankle stuff has me kind of shook. I'm kind of worried that this could be something. We talked about this yesterday. I am lightening my exposure. Yeah, Breece Hall, that's another one. Breece Hall with a quote-unquote non-contact groin injury. They're saying it's not serious. I mean, when you say non-contact, it sounds like Armageddon. Apparently, it was also wet, and he might have just slipped. So it really might not be anything, or it's really bad. But either way, that one I'm a lot less concerned about with Breece. Best ball on call, GM. Hope you're having a good one. 17%, still twice the field on a guy who will probably finish BBM as 40% out. Yeah, exactly. Not being drafted means if you have about 8%, you might be double the field. John Cohill, hey, appreciate you, GM. Jiri got the scoop. Jiri had Nez on when the Keenan Allen news broke. He clipped that, put it on Twitter. It's absolutely awesome. But Jiri, hey, man, appreciate you so much. Jiri, one of the best. He just hit 500 subs. Truly one of my favorite people I've had on to stream with, and one of my favorite streams to watch. Make sure to sub to my guy Jerry. He's killing it out there. John, hey, you know what? The only thing better than one GM is two. Appreciate you. Jabrin Brown. I'm bad with names, guys, especially the first time. Drafting from the 3-hole in his BBM. All right. It's like playing along at home. Oh, here, let me keep the board up for the good folks at home. Where are we taking Keenan Allen now? He's probably going to move up to what? Round 14, 15, I guess. Let me see. Who is... Let's see. We'll play the game. Where do I... Yeah, like... probably in this... My problem is I'm not enamored with Hunter, McMillan, or Cooper. So my instincts are in this kind of 150s range, would be my guess. Pick 150 is the, oh God, 13th round. Yeah, round 13, round 14. That's my guess. Based just purely on vibes. 2.5% Keenan. There you go. It's better than 0. All it takes is 1. Agree with that. Go Easy Cards. AC, happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to you. Happy Tuesday to you. Artillery Frost, GM. Hope you're having a good one. John, maybe it's me, but did Underdog update Android app lags? It's so last night I finished Badge Bros Brawl. I was multi-tabling 3 and 4 drafts. I actually found it doable. So I don't know. Oh, Swift would have been nice, but alas. I'm really into Swift with the Manungai news. I don't know if he would have been above Monty in the kick, but we'll take Monty there. We'll keep on top clicking. We got Monty, Jamar Chase, Drake London, Nico Collins. So far, so good. But yeah, I felt like it was somewhat stable, at least on the Apple side of things. Baby J, imagine Ludwig in a BMW coupe. All hang up, man. We'll see, Baby J. We'll see. I'm in 16th in the Mayo. I'm in 16th and 45th, I think. And the one in 16th is definitely in striking distance of a top 2 finish in the Mayo. We'll see, though. We have some options with the. We'll have some options, but Ludwig certainly in play this week. Chris says ETR is Keenan at 145. All right, I don't feel too bad about my vibes-based guess of where he'd go. I certainly prefer Mike Evans to Devontae Adams, but that's why we do Top Click Tuesday. Vary the exposures, get some different players together. Also, we were getting a little heavy on week 8, so take Devontae Adams. What if Keenan pulls his hammy or worse? I mean, we don't... These injuries have been pretty bad. Yeah, Brian, it would be brutal. I just finished Badge Bros Brawl. I posted my exposures on Twitter, and I have 82% Parker Washington. So if he pulls a Jordan Tyson, it's really over. Go Easy Cards. Wow, 4th round Trey McBride. Yeah, Trey McBride went at pick 40 in this draft. That's pretty nuts. Slade and GM to you. Hope your day's going well. Appreciate you. Yeah, 40 for McBride. That's bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. This is true. Sidekick was slamming Keaton. I think I have... It's funny because I've been doing more limbs than the 12 persons. So some of my exposures on guys like Keenan Allen and Caleb Douglas are around 10% in the limb, in like 2 to 4 in the overall contest, just because the way I kind of have been, the order in which I've been drafting. Don't know that I love that. I don't know that I love that. I don't even know if those guys are good in Eliminator or not. I'd rather them be in some of these GPPs where ownership discounts actually matter, where, you know, having a guy who's not taken in every contest is actually a thing. When in Eliminator, it like does not matter whatsoever. I don't know, Bird Enthusiast, why Trey McBride fell so far in this draft. It's a little odd. Yeah, Pearsall has a slow where he just went. I'm actually on the clock. I think I left it up. where I'm on my very last pick and Keenan Allen is there and I need a receiver and he's just queued up. And I'm just making the guy after me wait. He's sweating. He's hoping I'm not savvy, but I'm just going to make him for the next 6 hours just ruminate over the possibility of getting Keenan Allen and a $5 slow puppy and then just rug pull him. Artillery Frost 6.3 overall, 14 in BBM. Not bad. I have not been trying to dodge the paint, Go Easy Cards, and I appreciate everyone putting up with my schedule being a little wonky. But no, it's Top Click Tuesday. We're not dodging that. We're not dodging that. Tanner Wise, GM to you. Hope you're having a good one. Yeah, top 2 would be pretty electric, Baby J. We absolutely need Wyndham Clark to not win. I think Wyndham Clark's going to be the top. Willie saying GM to you, Willie. Hope your day is going well. Still, Bill, it's not great. I think people might overreact and move Downs down more than he should. I'm not... Oh, gosh, Ramondre would have been so nice. Ramondre would have been so nice. The kick wants us to take Burrow. I can't blame it. That makes a lot of sense. We got Jamar Chase. Running back might get a little squirrely, but I trust the process. I don't love that Kid Clutch only has one running back because he could take 2 of Warren, Pollard, and Brooks. And if Daily Dan takes another, we're going to be caught with our pants down. I'm a little surprised that the kick has Hurts and Daniels, though, over the running backs. That's going to feel a little uncomfy, but we shall overcome. Are we sure Chad's number 1 best Batch Bros Brawl exposure is not the ultimate mush? It was last year. 89% Scatabo. Hopefully not. I could destroy the entire fantasy community's year with one simple trick. All right, Hurts and... Wait, no, Metcalf. Oh, no. Oh, man. Oh, I really want Pollard or Brooks over Metcalf. Oh, this is a big-time bummer. Oh, he takes Metcalf. Kid Clutch coming in clutch. Let's go. Let's go. Tony Pollard, welcome to the crew. All right, I feel better. I trust the machine, but I really, I get a little skeeved out when running back gets this thin. So not like Monty and Pollard are the most dependable backs we'll ever see. Baby J, not great for Downs if it's anything similar to Ladd's year 2. Yeah. I'm hesitant to draw too many through lines there because it's not like late season Keenan was doing much of anything. But I still have the light on that Downs is going to be the receiver running in 12. So I think Downs is going to be okay. It's not good. I'm not going to sit here and lie that it's good. It might be worse for Warren because they're kind of occupy the same area in the field. I don't like him as a fit for the Colts at all. I never really wanted him to go there, but it's better than him being a Condé Nast food critic, which was the other option. So we take what we can get with Keenan, but it's probably, in my mind, it's worse for Warren than Downs, but you might get some opinions that differ from other people. T-Guard, GM. Appreciate you so much, T-Guard. I hope your day is going well. Tanner with a little bit of cold water. Shout out to the bag holders, but doesn't see Keenan being the guy you need in the money weeks. Maybe, but he's capable of just getting open, sitting down in the end zone and having just the easiest 2 touchdown week you'll see in your life. I don't know. He's definitely a lot more draftable than if he stayed in round 18, put a hypothetical world where we're not allowed to take him before the 18th round. He's infinitely better than all the other picks we're taking there. I think he's very good for a late round pick. Go Easy Cards, Candles making up for not drafting RBs the other morning. This is my way of apologizing. Are you going, oh my God, you have 5 running backs. What are you doing? Go Easy Cards, you just do odd things sometimes. What are you doing? Got to pull up Downs at 63 after the Keenan signing. He's going Keenan and War. He was afraid Downs wouldn't be there at 82, and Downs would probably be there at 106. Oh my gosh. He lets Trey McBride fall to the 40 to 40, and then oh my gosh, Mahomes over Dowdle and Harvey. It's hard for me to not click Harvey. That's okay. We'll get Mahomes. We'll take Pat Mahomes. We'll probably end up with just 2 quarterbacks on this team. So we'll see what's in store. Pierce all bag holder. I do put in slows where I click my player and wait out the whole draft to see if it, yeah, well, honestly, that's what you should be doing with slow drafts, right? Like you're trying to get the most edge and information possible. Just at this point, I'm tend to be clicking my slows quickly so I don't end up in the 1 hour clocks. The slow puppies are all ending. I have after this, I have 1 left. And I think I maxed the slow puppy. I'm pretty sure I maxed it. Chris, do you show the leaderboard for golf 1 and done? Can you between drafts? Yeah, I'll bring it up. I will bring it up. I know, Sweet Leaf. I think it's funny because it's a $5 draft. Like, I don't think this guy's actually sweating, but I like to imagine he is. Chris noting Keaton out-targeted McConkey in the second half of last season. Yeah. I have some worries with Ladd, if I'm being candid, which you guys know. Man, Leg Up must have nuked Harvey. This is pretty low. We'll take Addison, though. We'll take our guy, Jordan Addison. Worthy would have been the stack with Mahomes, but we did get almost 10 picks of value in with Addison there. Slade in year 2, Ladd was on the field way more, could be doubly injurious. GM Popo, GM to you, Chris G. Hope you're having a good one. Reminding me of home, my home league. We're all from Miami, so Popo gets thrown around in the chat from time to time. Sometimes derogatory, sometimes non-derogatory. Richard, if nothing else, this could be good for Daniel Jones to have a veteran wide receiver in the room. I mean, Downs and Pitt and Pierce aren't like super young. But yeah, I mean, it could help. It could help. I mean, this is, yeah, I guess the ultimate beneficiary other than Keenan might be Daniel Jones. That does make sense. Artillery Frost, the wonderful thing about chaperones is they aren't there for the money weeks. Well, this one could be. This one could be. Yeah, well, I'd be thrilled. We just got to get to the money weeks. Alec Pierce died weeks ago, says Gumby. Yeah. Gumby famously is a PT and has been pounding the table that we can't draft Alec Pierce. I actually don't know if that's a take you have. I'm just going to tell you. I'm just going to say it is, and you can take credit because I think it was probably good to not be taking Pierce earlier. Yeah, let me get the board up for the good folks at home. Why Jacoby Myers has also been falling. I don't really know why he's going as late as he is, but I find that odd. Yeah, loving the Keenan exposure. Vele over Allen, says Bayou Bang. I like Vele a lot. I have been clicking him in late rounds too. With the Tyson, I was clicking him a little bit even before the Tyson stuff, or when the Tyson stuff was like a little more nebulous. Miss Go Easy Cards firmly told me to be nice to Candles. Yeah, you should listen to Miss Go Easy Cards. She knows a lot. Brian wants a super flex. I want playoff best ball, Brian. I want a playoff best ball contest right now. I want everyone to money where your mouth is. Who's going to the Super Bowl? I want Super Bowl matchups on August 18th. Tiger Uppercut GM. All right, let's see. We are coming up. Oh my gosh. We have Travis Kelce and then a bunch of wide receivers. Or excuse me, a bunch of running backs. All right, Travis Kelce stacks with Mahomes. Kyle Monungai, he is a toxic asset here. Nobody wants him. Kid Clutch, though. Gosh, Kid Clutch, what a good guy. He just keeps scooping up all these players I don't want. K-Space. Gumby was a great show. Indeed. I can't really say I watched much Gumby. I can't say I watched a whole lot of Gumby. Yeah, maybe falling on the Parker Washington steam, but I don't know. He's probably still going to have some pretty fantasy relevant weeks. Again, I guess it also depends on your feelings on on Travis Hunter and of course BTJ. It's pretty crowded. All right, Rashad White, welcome to the team. running back 3 on this team. We got Burrow and Mahomes, so really strong QB room so far. Monty, Pollard, and Rashad White. So a really sketchy running back room so far. Jamar Chase, London, Nico, Devontae Adams, Jordan Addison. Pretty strong wide receiver room, I'd say. And then Travis Kelce. So, maybe, I can't say 0 RB, but a little lighter on running back, if you will. Yeah, Jacoby Myers doesn't get people excited, Eric. Jacoby Myers is never the most scintillating click. He always projects well, like in the daily games, and then people don't want to take him because it feels like he always kind of over projects what he does. I don't know. He's fine. He's fine. Gumby was claymation. Yes. Yeah. I mean, I'm familiar with Gumby. I just never really, I can't say I ever really watched it. Yes. That guy's not real. That's Parker Washington. I hope not. I'm falling for the Parker Washington stuff. I have so much of him. He's one of my highest owned wide receivers, and I just did an entire contest where I took him 82% of the time. I'm with you perfectly, Cromulent. I absolutely cannot wait for kickoff. I mean, I can in the sense that I have like 65 more BBMs to draft, so I kind of need more time, but I'm pumped. I agree, Tiger Uppercut. I am mildly concerned about my running backs, but that's the way she goes. Yeah, Baby J suggesting maybe this is, in so many words, maybe this is a better play on DraftKings. Big target share guy, Yak, not so much. The PPR scam. He was famously on my Dog Bowl qualifying team. He got me 3.2 points. I'd be mad at him, except I qualified by 0.1, so clearly I needed every single of his 2 receptions that he had that day. So I can't be mad. He was part of the team, but he just made it really sweaty. Really sweaty. Kyler at the top of the kick, followed by Woodrow Marks. Woody Marks goes. Kyler goes. So 3 QB dreams dashed. Jake Ferguson. Ferguson rockets to the top of the sidekick. I like Fergie. I've been trying to get more Goddard. I only have 4%. I hate that. I think he's really a good click this year with the Lemon stuff, with him coming along slow, with the fact that Stowers is practicing with like the 9th team. I like Goddard. I like him a lot more than my exposure suggests. So he's a target for me late in drafts. So I might be moving him up in my my stuff that I'm doing off stream or that I do later in the week. Oh, late change. Woody Marks. We have Monty, but Woody Marks flips Ferguson there. So very interesting. Very interesting. We'll take Woody Marks there. So we get the double Texans backfield. Crossface Yo-Yo GM to you. Hope you're having a great start to your day. Go Easy Cards. You took 5 running backs. I hope you feel good about it. Oh, Ferguson went. I was hoping we'd get Goddard, but Daily Dan had to double tap tight end. I can't get too mad at him for doing that. It's just a slightly annoying because we were so close, and I don't. Okonkwo is to me a pretty hefty drop from those two with the Dig signing. I don't love this. With the Tunzel injury, I could see a world where they utilize one of their blocking tight ends. I think Bates is still their guy. I feel like Chig took a bigger hit than we have drafted. A bigger hit to his production than discount we've gotten with the Diggs and signing and the Tunzel loss. But hey, that's the way she goes. Let's check in though on our friend Go AZ Cards. He's got a 2-5-4-1. CMC, Ken Walker, Jeremiah Love takes a break from running back to take Colston Loveland. Goes back to running backs and takes Judkins and Jadarian Price. Jadarian Price at 65 is a great pick, but this is super aggressive here. No receivers or quarterbacks through 6. Then, since then, has only taken receivers and quarterbacks. Reed, Lemon, Worthy, Brock Purdy, Deebo Samuel. So he stacks up Purdy with Deebo, and he has CMC on that team. And then he gets Darnold and Dontavian Wicks. I love the Dontavian Wicks click. As I said about Goddard, I like some of these secondary Eagles pass catchers beyond Devonta and Darnold. Is Darnold a stack with anything? With Jadarian Price, I guess. Kind of one of those QB RB stacks. Yeah, I don't mind that. Tiger Uppercut was surprised not to see Juwan jump ahead of Chig/Strange. Yeah, that's probably something we should look into as well, right? Strange I like. I'm pretty into Brenton Strange, but it's tough for me to get there with Chig. And of course, Tiger Uppercut alluding to if Tyson misses significant time, certainly we could see Juwan Johnson as a beneficiary there from just, less target competition going around. All right, there goes the aforementioned Brenton Strange at the top of the kick. Wow, here we go. Here we go. Eyes on your own paper, Go AZ Cards. Eyes on your own paper. I gotta wait because we have, we've got a real sneaky chat rat in here. See what he does. I don't trust Go AZ Cards. He'll rip the guy from the top of the kick. He takes Travis Hunter, so he takes Travis Hunter. But I was more interested in the fact that we see Keenan Allen at the top of the kick, recommended here in round 14. So we'll see if Jay Puckett and Moxieland are woke to Keenan Allen going. Trey Harris goes. Jacoby Lane goes. Keenan Allen, come on down. Keenan Allen from the depths up to round 14. So there you go. Tiger Uppercut, Go AZ Cards is honorable. This is true. But he's not above doing a bit. So that's what we have to be careful of. All right. So once again, Sidekick recommending some tight ends. Hunter Henry, Hawkinson. Speaking of Go AZ Cards, and then AJ Barnett. Gosh, we're going to get Hawkinson on this team. Ugh. He's just have a personal vendetta against Hawkinson. Cyrus Allen, the cabal is wearing me down on the Cyrus Allen stuff. I think I'm gonna start mixing him in ever so slightly. Oh, Hunter Henry goes. Kid Clutch, you ruined my life. Oh, I don't want to take Hawkinson. Good God. Ugh. All right, Hawkinson, welcome to the team. Welcome to the team. I just don't like Hawkinson. I think he's dust. I think he went over the dust ball cliff, but hey, what can you do? Yeah, I've been so burned by the Chiefs' litany of late round wide receivers that get a lot of camp hype. I've just been not taking him. But honestly, rounds 15 to 18 are all such dart throws. If he actually hits, it's kind of huge. And probably, in some of those years where we were chasing those, like early on, Tyreek would have been there. There was maybe you had a younger Travis Kelce. You had some real strongly entrenched receivers. It's way thinner now. Rashee Rice, we all know, isn't like amazing, and he's coming off an injury. Xavier Worthy can't stay healthy and probably isn't that great anyway. Tyquan Thornton kind of has his own role. Travis Kelce is really getting dusty. So, in so many of these picks are going to fail this late that the upside is there. So I don't know. I think I have come around to not just reflexively stamping my feet and saying I'm not taking Cyrus Allen out of principle when a lot of these picks are going to be zeros anyway. Might as well take a zero that could have some upside. Baby J, Rashee Rice was selected in the same portion of drafts at this time, 2023. Many such cases. Yeah, I think he was, though, a little better of a prospect, though. Like, I think we were The draft landscape has changed since 2023 quite a bit. But yeah, I actually don't remember. 2023 was probably the first year I did any drafts, and I was like I was not really deep in the best ball streets then. All right, let's see. Go Easy Cards takes Cam Ward, so he gets his 3 QB blanket. Tanner Wise, there's 2 outcomes to the Cyrus stuff. Chiefs don't have plans on extending, so they run him into the ground or see what they have in the future with Cyrus. Yeah. This is one of those things where I feel like in season, a team that has Super Bowl aspirations isn't like thinking about that stuff. Like I can't imagine Andy Reid changing his game plan based on the future when this is Travis Kelce's last year. Mahomes isn't going to be there forever. I mean, Mahomes isn't old by any means, but you don't have an infinite window. Like these windows do shut. So I'm not too worried about that. But yeah. Also, this is surprising, Baby J, because Rashee Rice was a 2nd round pick. If the Chiefs drafted a receiver in the 2nd round versus the 5th, he's like going to go really high. So I think that just speaks to how much the draft landscape has changed. Tank Dell, welcome to the team. Tank Dell, he's gotten some good news. Jalen Knoll, I think Jalen Knoll picked up some kind of semi-serious injury. He's going to be out sometime. Not that Jalen Knoll was going to be a blocker to Tank Dell if Tank Dell was healthy, but again, maybe opens things up ever so slightly. Baby J, maybe round 12 or 13, not 15 to 16. Run Rashee that. Oh, no, I know what you were saying, Tanner. Again, I would be surprised if they game planned around that too much. 3 rounds from the one and done leaderboard. Loving that. Yes, I will pull that up. I promise. Let's see what Kid Clutch does. He takes Ted Hurst. This is interesting. I have not seen the kick recommend Brian Robinson to me all that much, at least in my experience. So don't mind that. Don't mind that. Like to see him there. I got my 8%, just stock pick. Never mind him. I'd never mind him from the 3 because again, direct leverage from the Bijan drafter at the 2. Something happens, we feel like, hey, we kind of got discount Bijan in round 17 and Jamar Chase. Could be good. Could be good. So we got a 2-5-7-3. It's interesting to see what the kick recommends. Oh, Charlie Kolar. Charlie Kolar at the top. Jacoby Brissett in 2nd. Very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff here. Marilyn noting to Tiger Uppercut, as much as Go Easy Cards chastises him, I think she has a lot to do with him being honorable. I don't think you need a JK there. I think Miss Go Easy Cards keeps the Go Easy Cards train on the tracks. I think she is an absolutely essential part of the operation there. All right, one more pick for us coming up as the board wraps around. So interesting picks. I know people like to see where risers are going late. Devon Vele goes. Jahan Dotson in BBM. Let's go. Actually, I take some Jahan Dotson. I'm not proud of it, but I think he's just Atlanta's wide receiver too. And I actually think if something happens to Drake London, he's most likely to step into a high volume role or higher volume. I think Pitts would probably be the biggest beneficiary, but I don't mind Jahan Dotson. I hate to say it, but I feel like he's clickable in this milieu of late picks. Devon Vele there. Also, that's a week 17 mini stack that you can build super grossly and super late. Brissett went here. I guess this drafter only had 1 quarterback, so he needed that pretty badly. And we are coming up. Charlie Kolar, the Kohler Bear. The Kohler Bear, the Kohler Vortex, Jeremy Bernard. Ugh. I don't want to have 16% Jeremy Bernard. Please don't re-roll me. I'd rather have Charlie Kolar. Let's go. Charlie Kolar, welcome to the team. So that wraps this crew, a 2-5-7-4. The comfiest team I've ever built. Absolutely not. But hey, it could be the shipper. Burrow and Mahomes combined with Monty, Tony Pollard, Rashad White, Woody Marks, Brian Robinson. Jamar Chase, Drake London, Nico, Devontae Adams, Addison, Keenan Allen, Tank Dell. So pretty strong wide receiver room. Keenan Allen at 166. You might not be able to get Keenan Allen at 166 for long if ETR has him at 145. And I think he could be coming up. And then Kelsey, Chig, Hawkinson, and Kohler. I actually don't mind Kohler as part of a 4 tight end room here with how kind of meh I am on Chig and Hawkinson. So there we go. When the draft completed, did I land the plane? Let's see. Go AZ Cards real quick. Let's see what you did. Go AZ Cards. 3582. Purdy, Darnold, Ward. Fine QB room. All right, so you took the 5 running backs and stopped. And then you asked me if you land the plane, and then I see Demarcus Robinson on the team. I don't mind just Loveland and Barner. I have no qualms about that. I don't know. This is kind of an interesting wide receiver room. I don't know if Demarcus Robinson is the guy I would have taken, but I don't know if you have some thesis there. To me, that's kind of a weird pick. I know you have Purdy. But yeah. I like your team. I feel like taking the 5 running backs and then hammering receiver is something I've seen the sidekick do. So I'm assuming that sims out pretty well. I like Reed, Worthy, Debo, Wicks, and Travis Hunter to a lesser extent. I think they're all capable of pretty big spike weeks. Lemon on a team where I'm taking 5 running backs kind of scares me. Because if Lemon is not playing early, like he's not where I would go to catch up at receiver. But if he's healthy sooner than later, I like what you did. All right. BBM time. 65 to go. Waiting for 3. Hop on in. Sweet Leaf, I'm going to assume the answer to this question is Keenan Allen because you're the president of the Keenan Allen to the Hall of Fame fan club. Miss Go AZ Cards is the best of us and me. Many such cases. Mrs. Candles is the only reason that I'm able to do this. So shout out Mrs. Candles. She doesn't watch my stream, but she's the best. GM Candles. GM to you, Brett. GM to you. Hope you're having a good one. Waiting for one, by the way, in this BBM. Who says Kohler Bear can't have 2025 Colby season? Yeah. I take it. I take him unironically. I take him. I've also been fading Gadsden all summer. So 2 things are true, right? I like the Chargers. I think the Chargers are going to score a lot of points. I don't like Oronde Gadsden. I feel like his middle of the season was a flash in the pan at the pico top of when we're all watching fantasy football and are engaged. And after that, he fell off an absolute cliff. So if I think those things are true, I want to be taking parts of that. I want to be taking the tight ends there. Charlie Kolar was a target of theirs. I think he's live to have a good season. And look at this. We get the 1.1. We get the 101. We get Go AZ Cards at the 5. I don't think we have anyone else. A lot of no Badgers. 3 no Badgers at 9:12 a.m. San Francisco wide receivers are all hurt. Dart throw to less than 5% owned. Oh, shoot. The 1 and done. All right. We're going to be taking Gibbs. Let me fire up the 1 and done. Let me fire that up here. All right. Let me click the pick. The forms must be observed, and then I'll pull up the 1 and done. I stop at 4 running backs sometimes, so Lemon 5 is good. Yeah, if Lemon, I think Lemon on a team where you're trying to catch up at running back, I like because you're getting a huge discount on his talent in draft capital. And so if he pays off, that's like a good way to catch up at a discount. I would have liked to see maybe, like you said, 4 running backs on a team then with Lemon. If that 5th running back was one of those wide receivers, I would feel like a lot better. Sweet Leaf was taking Dotson, but I've come to Olamide. Oh, I can't do Zacchaeus. There it was. It was Keenan Allen. All right. Here we go. So the leaderboard right now we've got first place has 20. I know, light mode. Sorry, everyone. Oops. Yeah, no badgers are good. We can leave that up. So first place is a bit of a time traveler. He's got 23 million. Second place has 22 million. And you see these payouts are pretty big. And then my first entry is 16th place at 20,600,000. At 20,064,000. So we are, first place is pretty tough. First place is pretty tough. We would have to straight up win, and first place would have to like pick a real dog. Second place is more attainable. We're about 2 million behind second, less than 1.5 million behind third, and those are still pretty good. So I think we're really chasing that. We just need to hit the winner. You know, we move up 1 million, we move up a few 100,000. That could put us in the top 10. That still could be a really nice payday. But you know, I could ruminate on a lot of decisions I made that cost a few 100,000 here and there, a few missed putts one way or another. We're talking serious cash. So that's us in 16th. And then we are also in, I believe, 44th place. Yeah, we're in 46th place with 18,200,000. So if that one gets first place for 3.6 million, that moves it up to like 21 million, 600,000 or 800,000. It could move up a lot. Like if we find the winner from here, we're not in a bad spot. So we're having a decent run in one and done, but we really need to pick a winner. We need to pick a winner this week. We will be back to DraftKings in a few days. No more Oregon very soon. Nice. I hate the geo block stuff. It annoys me to no end. Lemon with Wix. You did get that. You did get that. Chris, how good would you be doing if you'd followed my Rory at the Masters prompting? It's hard for me to do the sliding doors, Chris, because I got second with Rory at a signature event. I think he got me 1.2 million. So let's say I got $0 at that signature event, but got the first place from Rory at Augusta. I probably have about 1.5 million, 2 million more, and I'm in like second place. So a lot better. Thanks, Chris. Be doing a lot better. I guess I got Cam Young. Cam Young, he was in a tie for third at Augusta. So let's assume I get $0 from Cam Young. Also, I'm still up almost 600,000-700,000. Yeah, it would have been better. It would have been hard to. It would have been better. All right. But that's the way she goes. That's the way she goes. All right, here we go. Broccoli Bowers at the top of the kick. That's not bad. Bowers Gibbs. That's a little hard to get. Do we get Pickens? Please do Pickens and not McBride. Okay. I really didn't want to start this because I got a really nice fall on Bowers there. 5 picks pairing with Gibbs. You can't get that every time. So Gibbs, Pickens, Bowers. Yeah, we're talking golf one and done, Sweetleaf. This is true, Chris. This is true. At least I do not owe you a cut. But the advice is good. The advice was very good. Crutches famously also had Rory at the Masters. I used Rory at one of the signature events that Scotty didn't play, and he finished in a tie for second. I was trying to get a little clever. And then Augusta came around, and I was pretty locked into Cam Young. And then I used Cam Young too early because he went on to win. I think it was the Players, and he was a pretty popular pick. So we had a lot of trickle down things that could have gone like way better for us. But hey, we're in 16th place. We've got a sweat on the final week of the golf year for 50K. So what can we do? All right. Let's see who's in this room though. Is it really just Go AZ Cards again? Goes Puka London Flowers. Look at this. The 3, 4, 5, all the 0 RB people. Pretty wild stuff. You see these slots in the draft board really consolidating. Yeah, look at that. McBride at pick 26. Last draft, he went at 41. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. You doing any playoff golf stuff, Chris? No. Rick Gaiman did a 5 and done format, which I thought would have been cool, but I didn't have time to like invest in it, and I didn't want to just like punt off just for the heck of it. So no, I'm not doing much. I'm not doing any playoff golf stuff. Yosh asking, did Bowers fall because of the injury concern? First of all, GM to you, Purple Yosh. Secondly, I saw that and I thought that was from a troll account. Like people talking about he was like flexing his knee at practice. I don't know, man. I feel like if something was real about that, it would have been slightly bigger news. Yeah, this is true. Michael Mayer is eating his lunch. Oh my gosh. Arlock's new contest Sooners at Mabley BBM for 3 weeks. I assume they're not going to launch anything crazy new other than the Frenchies. Nez, good morning, divinely protected Candle Nation. I mean, my gosh, Nez, you are certainly under that umbrella of protection. As happy Keenan Allen signing day. I'm assuming Keenan Allen signing day is like it's like a 24-hour period. Like it didn't end yesterday. It's still Keenan Allen signing day. This is more than just like a one evening event. This is big stuff. Sidekick recommended him to me in round 14 last draft. We took him at pick 166. I mean, could things be running any better? I don't know. I do take a Michael Mayer though. I do take some Michael Mayer. I thought it was BS2. Gibbs and Bowers is nice. Yeah, Gibbs and Bowers is tough. It's tough. Yeah, like Orthodox Christmas. Exactly. It was observed, from the evening to evening here. Bowers can make me go broke. I'd rather get McBride in the 3rd. I'd rather get Loveland in the 4th or 5th. Myself, I'm big on Colson Loveland this year. I guess the 5th is a little bit of a pipe dream unless you get a pretty hefty fall. All right, in the ideal world, though, we will get one of Etienne or Tootin. Oh, no. We're going to get Luther Burden here? Ugh. All right, maybe it'll re-roll when we take Tootin. Come on, re-roll. All right, come on. He took Bucky. Come on, sidekick. See, running backs are going fast. Oh, no, I put another receiver there. All right, Luther Burden. Fine. It's week 17 with Gibbs. Imagine dooming. Imagine being like Luther Burden won't be there week 17 against Jahmyr Gibbs. What am I even thinking? I can't panic. I mean, that's insane. Luther Burden, welcome to the team. Welcome to the team. DJ Spinoza, Keenan Allen day is 61 days long, aka my percent exposure to Keenan in a limb. Gosh. If you eliminate somebody with Keenan Allen on your team, you have to I don't know, you got to send them like a restaurant critic article from their hometown. Just a Condé Nast food critic. You got to just lean into the Keenan bit. Send them coupons to Waffle House or something. Be like, you just got Keenan. Chris would rather take 4 tight ends late. Maybe. I have to say, Bowers is not my favorite click. I kind of take Bowers a little bit out of fear that I'm going to be the dope who faded a generational tight end on a drastically improved offense. Seems bad. He's just really expensive, especially again when I prefer Loveland a lot at cost. I would rather, if you told me I can only take one at cost the entire summer, Bowers, McBride, or Loveland, I would take Loveland where he goes versus the other two. But I take all three because I don't want to get buried. DJ Spinoza, 61 Badge Bro subs for every time I eliminate someone with Keenan. Yeah. There has to be some kind of royalty when the elim gets late, right? Surely Nez should collect something. Yeah, go easy cards. I can't believe you got actually put in timeout by Nez. You were dooming You were dooming the Keenan Allen signing day. I famously never asked about what the return policy on Happy Keenan Allen signing day merch was right before he signed. I didn't do that. Zacchaeus over Zachariah at ADP. There we go. I just can't imagine. If Olamide Zacchaeus is who you need, then the simulation has gone off the rails. We can't be doing that. That just seems like madness. Unfortunately, it doesn't feel like the kick loves Caleb. Caleb doesn't come up too often, and I wouldn't have minded getting Caleb with Luther Burden here, I must say. QJ? Ooh. I guess sidekick. QJ is another one that I struggle getting to. Big yikes. Is it going to bump a running back over? Nope. DK Metcalf. Ooh, all right. Welcome to the team. So we got Gibbs, Tootin, Pickens, Luther Burden, QJ, DK Metcalf, and Brock Bowers. There we go. Chris saying, PWA sitting the rest of the day-to-day, undisclosed injury. I will be filling my pockets with stones and making my way to the Chesapeake Bay shortly after this stream. Is this true, though? Did he really get hurt? I don't have Twitter up. Uh-oh, day-to-day with an undisclosed injury, but expected to return next week. Running back LaQuint Allen suffered a soft tissue injury and will not return in training camp. Is that true? Is this a real account? Is this the real Michael DeRocco? Good God. It's also tiresome. Harlox thinks that even at cost, Bowers has upside mid first round pick last year. So this is the Travis Kelce glide path. Maybe. What if Bowers went for 1,510 TDs? I guess. But if I feel like I should be taking a lot more Mendoza in this universe. I mean, I took a lot of him early. Nez struggled with QJ too, but I could easily imagine him killing me and I mix him in more. This is the other thing. I agree with this. Is that it feels like fading the McDaniel possible wide receiver one. Because I don't know, Ladd's skeeving me out a little bit. That seems bad. I just don't love that he moved from like pick 95 to 72 on no news. He just moved up. We just decided he was good. Trey Harris is having a good camp. Yeah, I don't know. No, Chris, you're right. This is a big bummer. I hope everything's okay. It says he'll be back next week, so we'll see. It's football. Everyone's going to get hurt except the players you fade. This is true. Remember, like, this Saquon smashing just, 2 years ago. Like, oh, the guy who's hurt every year, and then suddenly he's not. And it's a disaster. Who Hames, sup fam, hit the like. I agree, Who Hames. I agree. Hit the like. Drop a like, drop a sub. These things all help a ton. Yeah. Speaking of which, I felt like there was some bullish news on Keon Coleman. Maybe I made that up. Maybe I had a dream about that. I don't know. Yeah, thanks, Marilyn. Appreciate the like. Bazinga's putting his foot down. No BBMs until they do a promo. Bazinga, you might be waiting, man. I don't think they're gonna do promos. I don't think we're getting a BBM promo. Gretchen Sanderson, I'd be taking more Trey Harris. Don't hate QJ though. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I have like 5. You saw I have like 5% QJ. He's again, it's not like terrible, but I'm not super into it. Sweetleaf, late dart throw. Ty Felton outsnapped Juwan Jennings while there were starters on the field. I can't do Ty Felton again. I fell for that last year. I fell for a really good bit, and I don't want to fall for it again. All right, Mahomes 10 picks past ADP. When you're sitting on the turn, I will. Oh my God, I took T-Law. I meant to take Mahomes. Oh no, I misclicked. Oh, I failed Top Click Tuesday. Oh, no. I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry, Sidekick. That was a genuine mistake. I was not trying to fail the prompt. I can't believe I did that. I saw purple. I should have just clicked it from the kick. No refunds, all sales final. Oh God, that was brutal. Because I think it probably would have rolled. It probably would have rolled worthy up to the top, and I was kind of looking forward to that. I messed up. Bags and bags of Trey Harris. Even bags and bags of Trey Harris can't save me now. Every time Goods throws, I'm reminded of the 190 he put in our pod week 60 at BBM. Oh my gosh. Goods the juggernaut. GMCC. It was a GM. It was a GM. Now it's just an M. Good morning to you, Bukowski. Ty Felton also played with the 2s in Jennings, didn't I? Yeah, Jake, please help me with this Ty Felton stuff. I'm not doing it. Stack with I wasn't trying to stack him. I was trying to click on yeah, see, shady, disappointing. Disappointing. I was excited to get Mahomes there. I was distracted by the Ty Felton. Yeah, straight to jail. I blame Sweetleaf. Sweetleaf, you brought up Ty Felton. Why did you bring up... It was... this was so out of pocket that I clicked the wrong name. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to get a surcharge. All roads lead to Trey Harris. Maybe. But all these roads led to Trevor Lawrence. Not great. Not great. Oh gosh. Well, with that done, let's check in on our friends and family who never make mistakes. 0360. All right, that's what's going on. Puka London Flowers, okay. Scatabo Judkins, so far so good. MHJ Reed, Steph Diggs, Krosky Merritt. All right, if you can land the plane, so far so good. I do find it's teams like look good when you do this and you don't take a quarterback or tight end because your running back and receiver rooms look amazing. Like our minds tend to like focus on those positions and not when there's 0. So we'll see how this looks when there's quarterbacks filled in. I suspect it'll be fine though. Again, if you're willing to push tight end and just try to get some QB stacks, like I feel like I see what Mr. Go AZ Cards is doing. I imagine I can predict with some certainty who his pick at 116 is. We'll see. We'll see if he gets him, though. We'll see if he gets him. I feel like he's gonna snap this pick off. Kyle Monangai. I thought he was taking Stafford there. I did not think he'd take an injured Kyle Monangai over stacking his wide receiver 1. So there we go. Shows what I know. Shows what I know. All right, we are coming up. Kyler at the top of the kick. I would be pretty happy with Kyler, Jacoby Myers. A little happy, a little accident. Now Kyler's not really stacked with anybody, but that's okay. All right, and hopefully Jacoby Myers remains above Romeo Dobbs. Or am I going to get punished for taking T-Law and it's not going to let me stack him? Okay. All right. So there we go. Jacoby Myers. So we do get a little Jacksonville bet, right? We've got Tootin, T-Law, and Jacoby Myers there. Clemson retiring the number 4 in honor of Cleveland's QB1. Are they? I'm confused. Is this a Jaden Daniels joke that I'm missing? Keon Coleman was spotted wearing a walking boot on his right foot. That doesn't seem great. That doesn't seem good. So maybe no Keon Coleman. Did I say Kyle Murray and not Kyler? I wouldn't put that past me. Undercooked fish, overcooked chicken, jail time. What are we doing? Oh, is this a Parks and Rec thing? Wow, Go Easy Cards get Stafford anyway at 125. I mean, just biblical levels of greed from Go Easy Cards, and it goes unpunished. So there we go. I'd say that's pretty dang fortuitous because I think Stafford was past ADP the first time. Yeah, pick 109 gets him at 110. ADP 109 gets him at 125. Huge discount. Legitimately retiring Deshaun Watson's number 4 at Clemson. Why would they do that? Really? Maybe they should. Maybe it's like. I'm trying to think of a good analogy. But like you don't want anyone wearing 4, not because you're honoring the player, but because it's like really bad juju. Like you're like, we can't have another 4. That was really bad. I don't know. Kind of like, yeah. I know, Chris. I should have known to trust. Just there's a lot of like, there's just like a lot of Jaden Daniels 5 jokes. Yeah, it's exactly Purple Yoshi. It's retiring it out of shame. Like we don't want to go through that again. All right, sweet leave. Yeah, I mean, dear God, it's not good though. It's not good. So let's see. What do we have cooking up here? A little bit of a hodgepodge, quarterback and running back. I wonder, had I taken properly Pat Mahomes, if I would still have quarterbacks, or if T-Law just projects that much worse. I guess I will never know the answer to that, but we shall see. We shall see. Oh, here, I gotta hide the board from. Keaton Mitchell would have been nice. That would have been a fun pick. See what Go Easy Cards does. Curious as to how he lands his aircraft over there. He winds the clock. He takes the full time. He's asking Miss Go Easy Cards. They're arguing, and he panics and clicks Tyler Algier. Got to take a Cardinal when your name is Go Easy Cards. It makes sense. It makes sense. All right, Mark Andrews goes. The top of the kick has CJ Stroud and Woody Marks. I wouldn't be too mad if that's the way that this shook out. Danny Dimes, though, I do like Danny Dimes, but he is not going to be the pick. In the ideal world, again, this stays Woody Marks. That makes sense. Pass catching running back with the quarterback. We needed a running back. I think I like it. I think I like it. So for the audio listeners, we got a 3-4-5-1. So very different construction than last time. T-Law, Kyler, CJ Stroud, Jahmyr Gibbs, Byshelf Tootin, J.K. Dobbins, Woody Marks, George Pickens, Luther Burden, QJ, DK Metcalf, Jacoby Myers, and Broccoli Bowers. So not bad. Not bad. But again, I appreciate all of you so much coming in, hanging out. Unfortunately, I think tomorrow there will be no morning stream. TBD on if I can hop on in the evening, but we will do our best. But I think I got to push the morning stream, just some stuff on the home front. Yes, I do get Ron Burgundied, Chris. I am easily Ron Burgundied, especially when the chat is really rolling. But hey, I get it. Oh, Hawkinson. Gosh, the kick really likes Hawkinson. I'm just not that into Hawkinson. Trying to see if there's been any interesting picks. Malik Willis at 137. He hasn't risen as much as I thought he would on the back of a pretty good preseason showing. I'm more than happy if they're going to anchor him in the mid 130s. I will continue to get him overweight. Cars Frucht. First of all, good morning. I hope your day is going well. Do you think Booty gets traded? I don't know. I'm not super plugged into the Pats like smoke right now. I don't know why they would. I feel like he's at the very least like a pretty competent depth piece, and it's going to play a bit. I mean, it's for him, it's not the best spot. I don't know if he fancies himself like an every down starter and he wants to try to force his way out. So I don't know that. Go Easy Cards takes Keenan Allen. See, this is why we can't have nice things. We can't have nice things because, Go Easy Cards has to take them all from us. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think he gets traded, but I don't have any great insight into that. All right, Hawkinson, welcome to the team. We do, of course, have Kyler, so I can't fault the kick for that. Will it roll Schultz or Juwan Jennings or Tank Dell? These are all stacks. Juwan Jennings. So we get a Kyler back stack. Look at that. So hopefully Ty Felton is not actually ahead of Juwan Jennings. I will be bitterly disappointed if that is the case. But hey, we do get saying you have a Vikings double sounds exciting. And then when you realize it's Juwan Jennings and TJ Hawkinson, the excitement kind of leaves. Williams moved Willis up like 8 spots. Got to remember, it's still the Commanders' D. Yeah, that is true. But he was making good throws. Like the throws looked good, which I think is like we know he can run. It's just, can he make the throws to keep an offense moving? Karsfrucht noting that he requested a trade in April, but I think the Patriots value him more than other teams. Yeah, exactly. And I don't know how much leverage he really has. Colton said, I saw a pic of the Pats locker room and every wide receiver seated next to Drake May other than Booty. So I could see him getting traded. There you have it. Again, this is the issue. Karsfrucht asked this. I don't have this insight that Colton has. So, you know what? It is entirely possible. It is entirely possible. But yeah, this is my point. Exactly what Huame said. Good teams rarely trade depth. Like they have no incentive to move him unless he's causing. It's like a double-edged thing. Like if he's causing such a stink that they have to move him, other teams see a guy who can't just coexist on a Super Bowl contending team. They don't want that. Like who's going to want a guy that is so unhappy at being on the Drake May Patriots and then give anything up for it? So I don't feel like he's actually has any like path to leaving unless the Pats can get something good back for him. I don't know if it's Kyle Williams season, man. I'm sorry to break it to you. I think that's, please God, do you have him in Dynasty? Are you in a Williams only league? An AFC East under 25 wide receiver only league? Why would you have Kyle Williams? Yeah, Brian, we saw that. We are we're not really loving that, Brian the Goober. We're not happy about this situation. Brian saying that P. Wash is day to day with an undisclosed. It says he'll be back next week. Chris asking, what are your thoughts on the Christian McCaffrey pocketbook injury that he suffered when Gibbs and Bijan? Yeah, I'm like at the point where I hope that's what it is, that it's this hold in. But I think they came out and said it wasn't, so now I'm worried. But I don't know, man. These mystery Niner injuries scare the daylights out of me, I gotta say. I don't like that whatsoever. Oh, all right. Calvin Ridley. Gosh, I really don't enjoy having 11% Calvin Ridley. I don't really want Jeremy Bernard. The thing I enjoy less than 11% Calvin Ridley is 16% Jeremy Bernard. I really want to click Jaden Blue, but I will dutifully defer. I mean, Bernard and Ridley are fine. I have a lot of them. I have a lot. Daxon Jart. Hey, it is almost kickoff. Daxon Jart, you're big in the daily games, if I'm not mistaken, right? But hey, let's go. We're getting close. Bags are packed. Pre-draft from Kyle Williams. Oh yeah. Pre-draft doesn't matter unless you're winning. If you're making a run in the big board, then you got to tout your pre-draft stuff. Otherwise, it's like, yeah, that was fun in March. Go Easy Cards needs a pilot license because I can always land the plane. Did you? Yeah. I think you got bailed out that you got Stafford at 125 there. I think you had good fortune. And then everyone forgot about Keenan Allen, so you got him. I took Hawkinson so that you didn't have to. Like, you kind of got bailed out. You air traffic controller did all the work. You know, I don't know. Those injuries from the weird workouts, like what kind of crawl was that? Notes to microwave. Yeah. For those that don't remember, he looked like a horror movie character in like an Instagram post. Yeah. Chad Matchkey noting the great thing about landing the plane is it's in the eye of the beholder. 100%. 43% Jeremy from Chris Burkle. Dear God. Dear God. Yeah, Goods famously did win the big board. I love the big board. I'm just joking about the not caring. I actually really feel like it's the true ball knower contest. Jackson Chart Max Eliminator. Seems like a fun weekly sweat, but ready for another year of weeklies trying for the dog bowl. I will see you in the streets. I will see you there. Yosh noting that Levitan made a good point. Feels so close to the season, but a lot of time before kickoff. 22 days. Derrick Henry. A Derrick Henry worth. Number 22 of days left. This is true, Chris. Eventually, the plane will reach the ground. This is true. 4% lane in the big board. That is about 4% more than I have, I think. So, yeah, that sounds good to Microwave because he definitely wasn't taken every time. Wow. Darren Waller at the top of the kick. Whew. Darren Waller. There we go. Apparently, I took him in one slow puppy. Now I'm taking him in Best Ball Mania. Yikes. So that'll wrap this team. 3, 4, 8, 3. T-Law, Kyler, CJ Stroud, Jahmyr Gibbs, Byshell Tootin, J.K. Dobbins, and Woody Marks. George Pickens, Luther Burden, QJ, DK Metcalf, Jacoby Myers, Juwan Jennings, Calvin Ridley, and Jeremy Bernard. And Brock Bowers, TJ Hawkinson, Darren Waller. I like the team. I like the team. Yes, Maryland famously, with a travel TikTok, noting there are safe landings, bumpy landings. You want to avoid the crash landing. Absolutely. That is that is far and away the one you want to experience the least. Go Easy Cards is dedicating Mount Keenan and Mount Washington team to Nez. Well, there we go. There we go. Keenan saved my life, said Frog Club. Many such cases. And Brian asking, who's going to be 21, Deion Sanders or LaDainian Tomlinson? I think LaDainian makes a better thumbnail because I can do powder blue and have the visor. So we'll see. I dedicate my scat team to all the haters, of which there are many. All right, let's see. How many likes are we at? How many likes are we at? What do we got? What do we got? I need to do a pit bull. Well, how many? What's this at? 7. Do people want to do a pit bull? Can we fill a pit bull? Do we have enough likes to get a pit bull? Let's see. I don't see anyone filling this. 6. 35 likes. Can we get to 40? Can we get to 40? I don't want to have to unregister. Jake saying weekly winners. I almost did weekly winners. I'm afraid I'm gonna rug pull people if I leave the pit bull now. I'm going to if I join a weekly winners, well, I don't know. It's waiting for 4. I don't think this is gonna snap fill. All right, I'm leaving this one. I am leaving the pit bull. Let's see what weekly winners is at. 7. I don't know if people want to do this either. Do a drafters main. All right, people are filling this weekly winners. We'll do the weekly winners. It's gonna fill. Again, if you're in that pit bull, I am not going to be in it, and I did not rug you because there was definitely time to leave. Yeah, Jake Vinegar. Yeah, Chad Matchkey, please keep Mr. Vinegar in line. Keep Mr. Vinegar in line. Oh, and I see you're in here at the 11. All right, so Cars Frucht is in here at the 1. Mr. Vinegar at the 2. That's great. Myself at the 6. Colton at the 10. Chad Matchkey at the 11. Hopefully we did hit 40 likes. Otherwise, 43. All right, we just made it. You know what? Maybe we'll do some puppies Maybe we'll do puppies on Thursday, Willie. Brian doesn't like weekly winners. Brian, I've come around to weekly winners. I just haven't had enough time. I have not had enough time to do it. Jake was trying to draft Chargers. It's a lot like playoff best ball, where if you end up in the same lane as somebody, it can get ugly. Rug pull Tuesday. There we go. There we go. I have no put pulls. I haven't done I just haven't had time to do the side contests. Chris did 10 weekly winners, hoping one of them is good. Yeah, it'd be nice to look over and see currently winning. Hampton isn't quite the same as Ladd, but mostly it was Dak and Herbert got sniped. And Maryland's doing weekly winner slows. Well, Maryland, we are in the weekly winner streets here. We're in the 6. It's Top Click Tuesday, of course. Who Ames is not in on weekly winners either. Yeah, it's a weird format. All right, yeah, Jonathan Taylor, that seems good. It's kind of funny. I think ADP becomes way less important, and team stacking and buy stacking and game stacking is far more. We get kind of anchored to like the ADP from BBM, and I think it's easy to get a little distracted sometimes. But by the same token, like, you do want players that score lots of points, so you don't necessarily want to sacrifice too much ADP value, because that's a little bit of a proxy for projection in a lot of cases. So it's an interesting an interesting game. Again, I would encourage people to watch Chad Matchkey's Often on the Clock with the Badge Bros. Real interesting stuff there. Who Ames notes, especially since weekly winners is rolled into the drafters main. Jake autoed round 1. Well, guess what? Now you're a Puka team. Now you're on Team Rams. Woo, Benny. GM to you. GM to you. I hope you're having a good one. No sidekick ding for Jake. Well, you got to pay for that ding, buddy. Andrew, where are you putting Keenan Allen now? I had said I thought he would go in the like 150s in like round 13. Apparently ETR has him ranked at 145. So again, the difference of about 10, again, that was kind of off the rip for me. So in that 150-ish range. Go Easy Cards did some weekly. Yeah. Gosh, would love to get a weekly winner stimmy. Weekly winners plus main on the same time at draft. All right. There's been Drafters is definitely making a push. Definitely making a push. You know, if Drafters wants to reach out, you know, we still don't have a sponsor on this channel. So, you know, Helen Keller noting Pitbull advance rate wasn't as favorable as I expected. Glad you hopped out. I really want more of these super small contests. Yeah. Isn't it like, it's like 20K to first or something? It's like not huge. I don't know. All right. Malik Neighbors at the top of the kick. Interesting. Maybe I would have thought I would see Bowers up there just because he's also week 13 with Jonathan Taylor. But my hunch is that Neighbors is just going to score a lot of points. Honestly, I turn off the stream if I hear a ding of any kind. Yeah, I dinged at the beginning, Who Hames. So I'm glad you might have missed the start. We got a round 1 ding in our first draft. We quickly silenced it though. Rumor of a new 150 max coming. Sweetleaf, you're like the little finger of the chat here. You're just breaking news, rumors, and whispers. Maryland just started weekly winner 17, which makes it my biggest competition. Yeah, that's fun. And then you'll have like 17 teams live each week, you know? It seems like a nice part of your Underdog experience. I just, again, haven't had the time. Oh, Pitbull's 100K to first. Okay. Okay, thanks for the clarification, Yosh. I don't know why. Maybe I'm thinking one of the Frenchies they did was like pretty I don't want to say small, because 20K is a lot of money, but it's, you know, you have to beat a lot of people. If you like win a big final, it's nice to like hit that 6-figure. Woo Benny, yeah, like top 10 of 110K is really tough, but at least every team is theoretically live for something every week. Yeah. Yeah, it's a big contest to you just need that like nuts outcome. Scatabo. Hey. A weekly winner is you. All right, so we're clearly leaning into giants here. You got Scat, Neighbors, Jonathan Taylor. Mr. Benninger thinks new 150 max might be a super flex. The super flex people are vocal. Chris suggesting Sweetleaf actually varies with his little birds. Not Freebird. Different birds. Maryland, basically first few picks are about getting ceiling and then after about 3 to 5, see your best weeks and hammer them. That makes sense. Chad Matchkey, I've got 5 more weekly winners to do, hoping for a run out at least even half as good as last year. There is a reason that when people refer to Chad in the best ball and daily streets, they are talking about you, Chad Matchkey, not myself. Chad Matchkey, absolute crusher. And also awesome dude. Let me just make a plug, Lee 121503. I got to meet you at the Dog Bowl. And this guy is awesome. So hey, appreciate you hanging out, but also like very, very, very sharp, very, very sharp. New York Giants, what could go wrong? Yeah. Anytime you can hitch your wagon to Matt Nagy, you just got to do it. And Cam Scatabo, who's grievously injured, and Malik Neighbors. Brian wants the super flex. Brian the Goober wants to. I mean, people are frothy for the super flex. People are really into super flex. Purple Yosh, I don't understand why Pitbull cheaper fills more slowly than Chow Chow. Still mad I missed it. Yeah, I missed the Chow Chow. I missed the Boxer. Oh gosh, I love Colston Loveland. I really like Colston Loveland. He's not that high up here. All right, Jalen Waddle. I mean, I think for weekly winners, Jalen Waddle makes a fair amount of sense. Dog bias. Let's see. Yeah, I guess if you had to say like what's people's least favorite breed, I know there's some pit bull defenders, but I think people are a little leery of pit bulls, at least some. So it could be that. Chow Chow sounds pretty friendly. It's kind of funny. The funny dog names fill faster. I have no empirical evidence to support this, but like a Dachshund, the little sausage dog, that's fun. German Shepherds, great loyal dogs. Those are going to fill fast. Boxers, kind of goofy. I probably missed this. Favorite pick in the 9th round? Oh, God. What is the 9th? Where is that? 9th? Probably a quarterback if you can get one. But the 9th round's gotten ugly. The 9th round has gotten really ugly. What would that be even here? I don't know. I don't want to say favorite because I don't really like any of these guys. Jordan Mason. If you can get a falling like Fannin or Pitts. I don't really want to be taking receiver there. I think I found. All right, let's see. Judkins goes to Mr. Benninger. We take Tet McMillan. I feel like Tet McMillan at pick 54 seems good in any format. I don't really care what his bye week is. That seems good. I feel like he's alive to have some pretty big weeks this year. Tim doing much better drafting this year. Last year at this point, I had way too much Joe Mixon. Ooh. Speaking of the big board, I have like at least 8% Joe Mixon in there. Whoops. Lee 121503 noting the sidekick doesn't love the tight end builds. The data kind of supports that with the opportunity cost, but I still like Loveland a lot. Yeah, I agree. To me, I think I just have him in my mental model projected higher. And it was fun meeting you and the family in KC. Yeah, hey, appreciate that. Sweet. Lifelong Boxer owner. Didn't do any. Oh my gosh. Don't tell Meg Schaup. Meg famously of Fanspeak. Big boxer supporter and drafter. Pitbull sounds like it'll be full of sharps. Chow Chow full of no bad. Yeah, right? Doesn't the dog breed name kind of like give a vibe? Still waiting for the healer contest. Need to represent my own. I only, I think you'd get a lot of like parents, like because Bluey, they're famously the healers. So I hear healer and I immediately think Bluey. And there's no way to live up to the dad in Bluey. He is an impossible role model as a dad, but we try anyway. Jake says, in my opinion, the Pitbull's filled slower because it's priced to BBM and the public thinks 2 million over 100K. That's probably it. It might not have anything to do with the dog breed. Mr. Vinegar might have solved it. Fantasy Pillow, GM to you. Hope you're having a good one. Brett, QB round 9. Agreed. I think I want to be taking a QB or a tight end if I can. All right, let's see what Fern Gully 1992 does. He takes QJ. Jaden Daniels at the top of the kick. So there we go. I like that. We know Washington plays the Giants twice. So that's not bad. We don't have to worry about when they play them. We don't care if it's week 17 or week 2, but getting these, I've thought about trying to do like big divisional stacks as well, but I've simply just listened to the Sidekick and I don't know the entire NFL schedule off the rip, but I do think it'd be interesting to do that and try to just like merry-go-round, like, the entire AFC East or something, and knowing that there are going to be a bunch of games together. Weekly winner is perfect for Top Click Tuesday. I appreciate that, Purple Yosh. Yeah, the only thing is that people tend to prefer like the BBM contest. That's why I wanted to lead with a couple of those. But I think this is a great way to wind the stream down. Appreciate all of you. Again, 102 people watching. If you can drop a like, it's incredible for me to see 3 digits up there, because when I started, I streamed for an hour and 45 minutes and I think I had 1 viewer. It might have been me on my cell phone. So again, appreciate all of you so much. It's awesome hanging out with all of you. So, and we're going to keep going in season. Don't fret. We will be chasing the dog bowl dreams. We will be here. We're not going anywhere. So thanks all of you. Go Easy Cards, Brown and Achan. I see you. I don't have either of those. Are you in here? Did you get in this room? I'm kind of in my own lane. I haven't really been paying attention to what anyone else is doing. We'll take Tony Pollard. So we're a little less bye-week concentrating right now than maybe I have been in some other ones. A little bit interesting. But maybe we'll start seeing that later when we start building out bigger team bets. Not that I mind that at all. I feel like Pollard and Tet have been pretty good values where we got them and are going to contribute. No. Who took Brown and H? Oh, Chad Matchkey. See, this I got fooled. I even mentioned that he's the real Chad, and I got it wrong. Levitan children will watch Bluey and draft a healer. Exactly. The Sidekick will absolutely get you on heavy tight end builds, just not much love one. Yeah, I think I've noticed that with most formats. Yeah, what about the Mutt? We'd like the Mutt. The Mutt would be great. The Mutt should be like a combo of weekly prizes plus a playoff. That would be the Mutt. Like weekly top scorers get something, and then there's like normal pod format. That would be fun. Lee 121503, really hoping for Burrow to go with my Brown Higgins Go Easy Cards, but was stacking week 6 buys and start something unique, and I wanted to do too. There we go. Go Easy Cards is in the overflow weekly winners. Yeah, so just copy. Honestly, I don't join too many stream drafts that I'm not the streamer, mostly because you tend to be very sharp. But sometimes I do like joining right after, like Go Easy Cards did, so you can kind of like play along at home. Brian says, per my solver stuff, round 9 clicks are 38% QB. All right, we are up. Hold on. Jackson Dart. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense if we are going to build out this Giants bet. I like that a lot. I like that. Another thing that I do think the Sidekick helps is determining when to pull up a player for a stack versus try to push it. I think it's easy to be like, maybe I'll get him with my next pick. But I think this team with Scat and Neighbors in weekly winners probably really need start a lot of the time. So I like that. All right, back to round 9. Brian says round 9 clicks 38% QB. Okay, so I was kind of directionally accurate. 5% running back, 37% receiver, 20% tight end. Okay. Makes sense. There will not be a Badge Bros Brawl 2 this season. Go AZ Cards. I have no information to lock that in, but I think it's kind of one and done. It's a very special thing. Yikes. Sweetleaf spent real American dollars on Kenny McIntosh pre-draft. It doesn't brighten up my day to know that other people have similar misfortunes, but at least Kenny McIntosh probably did not have a botched surgery, allegedly have a botched surgery on his foot. Tight end premium would be fun, says Carsfruit. There we go. Donnie Murphy, yes, it is still Keenan Allen. Happy Keenan Allen signing day, Donnie Murphy, until at least sundown. So again, this is a 24-hour celebration of, Josh Downs. So there we go. Speaking of Keenan Allen, I think you have to boo. You have to boo Josh Downs when you take him on Keenan Allen signing day. I think that might be. All right, we don't really bring out the sound effects board too often, but you got to do it. Go AZ Cards. Who scores more fantasy points, Diggs, Debo, or Keenan? Diggs, Debo, then Keenan. Next question. Woo Benny. I envision a mutt as a 1 QB, 1 running back, 1 receiver, 1 tight end, then a multi-flex. Yeah, so kind of like a daily-ish, sort of almost like a daily. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. They could do something cool. Who aims? I assume we get a $3.20 max of some kind this week. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Oh, Mr. Vinegar has a Trinidad Chambliss share. I think I didn't fall for that. I don't think I have any. Maybe I took him one time in like Superflex. I can't remember. If I did, it would have been like in an unfortunate Superflex draft, but I don't think I ever clicked him. Yeah, Colton, it could happen to you, man. The Trinidad Chambliss shares. He'll be a top 3 QB pick next year. Oh, unless they find another judge in Mississippi to give him another year. You never know. CMC, King Henry, Scat, and Weekly Winner sounds like a shipper, eh? Yeah, it sounds good to me. I'm not gonna poo-poo that. The other thing about Downs is, of course, we do have Jonathan Taylor, so we do have a little bit of a Colts bet here. Isn't he 34? Should we be happy? Are you talking about Trinidad Chambliss? He's just like Van Wilder. He's just never leaving. I will see what Fern Gully does here. Alec Pierce is plummeting. Pierce or Likely would be perfectly fine picks. Wandale. I don't think we have to boo Alec Pierce on Keenan Allen signing day. I think we all just feel bad for him. So we'll take him. Again, it's weekly winners. This team could score 0 points for 16 weeks of the year, and if it wins 1 week, we ship. So I am more than happy to take a guy like Alec Pierce, big spike week guy, in this contest, because we don't have to worry about advancing. You got to get there first bros are just pounding, gnashing their teeth and rending their garments, watching weekly winners, as we don't care if we get there, because if this team needs to make it to week 12, it's going to make it. Keenan could. Oh, we were talking about Keenan. Is he 34? Keenan Allen. How old is he? He's 34. There we go. I like the idea, though, that it was Trinidad Chambliss. He's just been in college that long. Maryland hopes Debo scores the most points of those. Was drafting him before, but not the other. Yeah, I had a nice bag of Debo. Chambliss turns 24. Okay. Does Keon hurt my Deion Burks teams? They might be in some trouble. I'm going to shoot straight with you, Brett. Your Deion Burks shares. Shout out Davis. I think he liked Deion Burke. I know he wasn't taking him. I think he liked him a little bit pre-draft. Because he's an Oklahoma guy, if I remember right. Isaiah Likely is like just a smash here. Let's go. Isaiah Likely past ADP. Let's go. I feel like it's going to be a team that's at home. Week 14, right? NFL Week 14, 2026. All right, let's see who's at home. All right, Thursday game is out. So I'll read the home teams. Again, assuming that's part of it. Cleveland. Okay, no. New York. Miami. All right, there's a contender. Detroit. Carolina. Dog Bowl Charlotte. That could be fun. Washington, D.C. Philly. Baltimore. Wouldn't have to go anywhere. That'd be fun. Las Vegas. Seattle. Cincinnati. San Francisco. Those are all the teams that have Sunday home games, week 14. So Miami, Charlotte, Las Vegas are the warm weather cities. Now, they clearly don't care if it's warm weather because they did it in Kansas City. But those are my guesses. All right. Yeah, Daniel Jones, welcome to the team. That was one of the bigger no-brainers yet. Daniel Jones, welcome to the crew. GM to you. GM Hartman. Trinidad Chambliss is older than Drake May. Dear God. Steve Smith Sr. loved Perks. All right. Yeah, this is the production value you need. People forget. Also, if you ever do stream, make sure to turn the volume on those things to 20. If you keep them at 50, you'll deafen everybody. Spike Week had me on Eric McAllister, says Helen Keller. So cheap it didn't matter. I'm hopeful my Bryce Land shares will pay off with one Spike Week. This feels like a hand-on-shoulder thing, Helen Keller, but I hope so for your sake. I want to root for the Lance brothers. I really do. I want things to work out for them. Just saw Tyson on one of my limb slows. Feels like being shot. Woof. Yeah. Yeah. Frog Clone has tons. Helen Keller's 2K into Tyson. Oh, no. Jake Vinegar, Dog Bowl, Cincy against KC. Cincinnati's pretty fun. Pretty fun little town, but I don't know if they're going to want to do the Dog Bowl in Cincinnati. Can't do Las Vegas. Can't draft that. There you go. Smart man. Yeah, Dog Bowl, Laughlin, Nevada, and we'll cross the border. We'll cross the river, draft in California, and run back over. Chris, I thought Nashville would be perfect for the Dog Bowl. Again, if they need a team at home, that wouldn't work. But yeah. Keenan Allen, welcome to Weekly Winners. How many Weekly Winners teams are going to have Keenan Allen properly stacked up? Makes you think. And this contest is filling up. Look at that. Look at that. Did we just win Weekly Winners on Top Click Tuesday? Chad Matchkey noting Casey was picked because of the sportsbook launch. It ended up being a nothing with prediction markets. Yeah, this is true. Lee 121503 noting they were meant to launch a sportsbook in Missouri, and it got axed at the last minute, which was kind of awkward. Go Easy Cards Purple Yosh, was it drafted by Miss Go Easy Cards? She had a few autos last night. Uh-oh. Helen Eckler. Is it Helen Eckler? Oh, no. Is it Helene? No, it's Helene. Oh, no, it is Helen Eckler. Oh, dear. It's not Helen Keller. All right. Well, I don't know who Barry. Yeah, let's pivot to this. Barry and Brown on the menu. I don't know who Barry and Brown is. This is a truth stream. I don't know who Barry and Brown is. All right, we'll take Dalton Schultz, though. He apparently shares a bye week with somebody on my team. Maybe Helen Keller. Yeah, my Les Westfield will confirm. Brett faded. I should have faded Tyson, man. Being a fellow ASU alum, I didn't buy a Tyson jersey. And that should have been my sign that I wasn't that into the prospect. Because I got Scatabo when he was coming out. I try to support my ASU guys, but I just... the Tyson stuff, I was getting skeeved out. Go Easy Cards votes for Nashville. Never been, always wanted to go. Nashville's pretty sweet. That bad neck stuff. Helen Keller. It's Helen Eckler, a bit on Austin Eckler. Oh my God. It's worse. This is so bad. I've been calling you Helen Keller the whole time. You've been here for like months. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. Helen Eckler. All right. Well, I'm still probably going to mess that up. Darian Brown is the new Shaheed on the Saints. Oh, gosh. I'm just going to draft Vele. I mean, everyone and their sister was in on Tyson. The risk was baked into ADP. Yeah. Yeah, I liked him a lot, but there's just always something with him. Yeah. Yeah, T-Guard, thank you. Helene Keller. That's how I was reading it. All right. Kenyon Sadiq. Sure. Kenyon Sadiq, welcome to the team. We got our third tight end there. God. 2.5% Tyson, none on a limb. So must be nice. Nacho suggesting that Barian Brown, who apparently is the new Shaheed, is going to take Devon Vele, who plays nothing like Shaheed, if my recollection is correct. But hey, Nacho, I don't even know who Barian Brown is. For all I know, you guys have just made up a player in the side chat. 8.7% a limb, no Tyson and big a limb. Nice. Purple Yosh only did a couple big limbs, but they're aging well. Nice. You like that. I looked at like my one Dalmatian team, and there's a couple of like weird picks, but there's at least no like Pearsalls on it. There's no one that's like dead, but it's not like the best team I've ever assembled. Well, it's very few teams like that. All right. I wonder if we'll get another running back, or if we're just going to go to war with JT, Scatabo, and Tony Pollard. Tyson went at 104 in weekly winners. Not bad click for late season push. He's got to go later than that, man. You're not going to get him for. I think he's going to miss at least half the year, and we don't even know what we're going to get out of him late. I'm deeply concerned. That said, I feel like he's probably more clickable in weekly winners because, again, there is no you have to get there kind of risk. But I don't know. All right, Tank Dell at the top of the kick. He is another week 8 bye. We have a little bit of a week 8 bye situation with all of our Giants. Tank Dell goes to Fern Gully. Malachi Fields goes. More Giants join the team. So far, this Giant stack is Jackson Dart, Cam Scatabo, Malik Neighbors, Malachi Fields, and Isaiah Likely. So again, as the Giants go, this team too shall go. And we'll see what the kick adds on at the end. Caleb Douglas goes to Mr. Binninger. Do you have the kick? Is that a sidekick pick, Douglas, there? I feel like you went rogue. You have no week 6 buys. You have a little bit of a New England stack, so I'm wondering if they're like that's like them playing the Dolphins. I'm curious. Yes, you have the kick, and it was not a sidekick pick. You went rogue. I think you went rogue. I'm telling Shady. Maryland, I take injured players in weekly winners frequently when I'm focused on late weeks. Yeah, that makes sense. Ricky Beer, shout out Mill Avenue. Yes. Good times were had. All right, Gunnar Helm at the top of the kick. So there we go. I'm not surprised. Again, we're probably going to end up at 3 running backs. So I don't find it odd that we're taking a 4th receiver or 4th tight end there. I think you're going to end up with some weird structures here. A spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. Indeed, Mr. Vinegar. So once this goes, I will have to hop, but I'll look over. We'll look at our friends and family's teams, see what they did. We'll pocket watch Chad Matchkey a little bit, see what the one of our sharper weekly winners players is up to. Try to deconstruct that. Go easy cards. Maryland, I take injured players on weekly winners when I'm drinking and drafting. I have to imagine that's the vast majority of times. Yes, very good times. Notes Ricky Beers correctly. All right, let's see. He takes Brian Robinson there. Mr. Matchkey does. His 2 QBs are Hurts and Darnold. So we'll look at that. It looks like he did some deliberate stuff there. We can take a look at. Yeah, exactly, Maryland. I think all of Go AC Cards' teams are going to have injured players based on that. Isaac Tesla. Are we worried about Tesla? I was taking him like a fair amount. The sidekick never liked him, so this was kind of a one that I was going rogue on. It sounds like he's not having a very good camp. Are we actually concerned he might not be wide receiver 3 in Detroit? I know. And of course, the Kohler Bear. Hibner? Colton takes Hibner? I've never seen anyone take Hibner in any format. Chris says no Tesla, just no. All right. So Chris is out on Tesla. We are coming up and let's see. Oh, Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley at the top of the kick. More Calvin Ridley. All right. So that wraps this team. 3-3-8-4. Jaden Daniels, Jackson Dart, Daniel Jones, Jonathan Taylor, Cam Scatterbo, Tony Pollard. So only 3 running backs. So we need to hit the week where Taylor, Scatterbo, and or Pollard are going off. Neighbors, Waddle, Tet, Downs, Alec Pierce, Keenan Allen, Malachi Fields, Calvin Ridley, Isaiah Likely, Schultz, Kenyon Sadiq, and Hunter Helm. So we have a monstrous bet on the Colts. We've got Taylor, we've got Downs, we've got Pierce, we've got Allen. So we have everything but Warren. On this team for the Colts. So pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff was constructed. Let's check in now once Cars Fruct picks. Colton is woke, he says. I am worried, but I took him and now I regret it. Oh, on Tyson. Tesla's numbers were always bad. Yeah. Separation Score Twitter has never liked him either. Hibner's the GOAT. Go Easy Cards. No, you cannot recommend B-Rob. We're buying stock early. Hibner, you're hearing it first on this stream. Hartman Tesla will probably be wide receiver 3 in snaps, but it's mostly for blocking. Yosh says he'll score touchdowns. If he goes in the 18th, he's a good pick. Yeah. Tesla, red zone guy. Not bad on Underdog if he falls, says Helen Eckler. Gunnar Ross is heading to Chiefs training camp. He's going to scout Cyrus Allen. Yeah, we need you. All right, let's check in on our guy, Chad Matchkey. 2, 6, 7, 3. Hurts and Darnold. So that's it. 2 QBs. Chase Brown, Achane, Etienne, Marshawn Lloyd, Emmett Johnson, and Brian Robinson. So I kind of like these for weekly winners. I feel like that does seem right because you don't necessarily need them to take over early on, or maybe just like 1 week or 2, the starter gets hurt and they like smash. If you're going kind of this volume running back approach compared to what my team ended up being. So I like that. Higgins, Odunze, Terry McLaurin, Mekhi Lemon, Jacoby Myers, Rashid Shaheed, Dontavian Wicks. So stacking as much as he could. The Eagles and the Seahawks, despite missing out on their 2 primary on no JSN and no Devonta Smith, and then Goddard, AJ Barnard, Kolar. So kind of a unique way to stack Hurts and Darnold. You're going to, I imagine, see a lot of the overstacks include JSN or include Devonta Smith. So don't know if that was intentional, but okay. Everything he did was intentional. I don't know if he was trying to build, Hurts, Darnold, sans their wide receiver ones. Definitely a lot of intention in the way he built the team. So cool team here from Mr. Matchkey, noting himself that the running backs are either zeros or smash. If there's an injury, nothing else matters. Yeah. Chris, touchdowns per target. Tesla is awesome. Yes. They did trade up for him. Took him early. But Chris thinks he's not good at football. LaQuint Allen out for the entire preseason. Yeah. Quint Allen, annoying for us, but I think useful real-life player. All right, let's check in on the rest of the gang. Colton, 2673 as well. Lamar and Dak. Henry, Love, Jacobs, Dowdle, Charbonnet, and Mike Washington. So he gets the Henry Lamar, but not the Dak Javante or the Dak Blue, but does get Lamb with Dak, Parker Washington, Jordan Tyson, Debo, Jacoby Lane, Omar Cooper, Jeremy Bernard, and then Kittle, Ferguson, and the elusive Matt Hibner. Nice team here from Colton. Mr. Vinegar 2574, May and Stafford. So week 11, no quarterbacks, but that is okay in weekly winners. Brees, Swift, Judkins, Corum, and Keaton Mitchell. So no team stacks for the running back QB, but a couple of week 11 guys. Puka, AJ Brown, Golden, Dobbs, Trey Harris, AD Mitchell, and Caleb Douglas. Henry, Terrence Ferguson, Colby Parkinson, and Eli Raritan. So, heavy team bets with the tight ends. Nice that they all have week 11 buys, so should be competitive many weeks of the season. And Karsfrucht, last but not least, 3573. Caleb, Purdy, Bryce Young, so 3-quarterback team. Gibbs, Bucky, Chuba, Tajay Spears, and Tank Bigsby. London, Olave, DK Metcalf, Addison, Stribling, Denzel Boston, Jahan Dotson. So Jahan Dotson, a very intriguing pick for the weekly winners. And then Loveland, Juwan Johnson, Darren Waller. Oh no, he got Loveland. Okay, I was going to say with Caleb and Loveland, I like that. Like the team here from our guy, Karsfrucht. Chris thinks that if Quint is available, Tootin is going to get there. I only disagree in the sense that I don't think LeQuint gets any. He gets kind of empty calorie touches. I don't really feel like if you just add his box score to Tootin wholesale, I don't know that it even helps that much. I don't know. I feel like Tootin's out there mostly to block and on third and really long, where if he gets a dump off on 3rd and 17 and gets 12 rushing or 12 receiving yards, it's yeah, that's nice. How often does that happen? I don't know. I don't want to overreact to that. That's my fear. Lee 12, 1503. Hurts was a faller. Felt good to get him when I did. Darnold, Shahir, Barner is fun backstack option. If JSN has 101, can survive without the top receiver and Darnold. Building any of those stacks without the top guys, especially going in round 1, is viable. You're just saying your round 1 guy outscores that top wide receiver option in the stack. Love it. Agreed. Always said some of the best alpha in this channel is going to come from the chat. And there you go. If you're doing weekly winners, that makes a ton of sense. All right. Chris Burkle, more passes to Tootin and P-Wash isn't real. Well, I hope P-Wash is real. But you know what is real? The support that all of you have for this channel. Thank you so much. Again, on your way out, if you can like the stream, leave a comment, sub to the channel if you're not subbed. These things all help. I will definitely be back Thursday. Tomorrow, TBD. We will see. Maybe have a few fun things coming up, coming down the pike. So stay tuned. But again, this was awesome. Shout out all of you who, hang out in the chat, who join these drafts and just make these mornings awesome. So I will see you all soon. Take care, everyone.